2, 1. We go live.
Hello, trust you well, and it's another beautiful day. We're doing this live video, and today I'm thinking about the youth being ready for the marketplace, being ready for employment, and being ready when they go out of university and they go into the world to join the marketplace. And now, of course, there has been this debate about older people being given appointments, and it's been a heated debate on what should these appointments go to the younger people, or why should even old people being appointed for positions. And I don't want to get into that debate of the politics. For me, it has triggered me to think about something I talked about the other day about being ready, the youth being ready for the marketplace. Are the youth ready, or what's the challenge? Because of course, so many youth are unemployed. So many youth are out there looking for jobs. So many of them are complaining about there are no jobs. But again, out here, we have employers who are saying, we don't really get the right youth for. Of course, there are so many that are in jobs and are employed and doing amazing stuff. But it seems like opportunities are getting slimmer and slimmer, and people are leaving universities every day, colleges every day, going out there to hustle for the same opportunities. And it really made me think, how prepared are the young people? How prepared are people for the marketplace, for employment? How prepared are we, and what makes someone ready? Because I've seen even people with degrees, diplomas, and they're hustling, and they're saying there are no jobs. I've seen even people who are now pursuing their masters, even have done their master's degree. Some have done several degrees and no jobs yet. And I thought, as much as the opportunities are getting slimmer, how prepared are we? How prepared are the young people for these opportunities? Because that's a very important question to think about and to really see how we help our young people. Because someone said, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity that doesn't come than have an opportunity that you're not prepared for. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and you don't get that opportunity than when you get an opportunity and you're not prepared for. Because as you interview people for jobs, at times you get people, yes, they have good papers, and when you do after the interview, you are left wondering, okay, the paper looks very good, the CV looks amazing, but the person, there is a disconnect between the person you're interviewing and the papers. There is a disconnect between the CV I'm reading and the person at the boardroom or at the interview table, at the interview room. So as much as, yes, we agree there are fewer job opportunities, they're getting slimmer, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared and we shouldn't have our young people prepared, because at times there has been that notion of, oh, there are no jobs. So young people are just there feeling like all you need is get a paper and get a paper, but even as you get the paper, you're already discouraged and wondering, why am I even doing this? And people who are, even as they do their degrees, you hear them complain even before graduation, even before they are done. They're already complaining that they know they're just almost like doing it to pass time. Almost like doing it to just say, me, at least I did my part. I have my degree, and so I will not be termed as lazy that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I have my degree, I have my diploma, I have my skill, but at the back of their mind, they already have this thing of, there are no opportunities. But I thought there are some few skills that we neglect and the young people are not going out for, even as they get the academic papers or the skill that they really need to to get ready for. Because yes, as the competition gets more stiff and tougher, that means you need something extra. You need something more than your paper. You need something more than your degree. Because look at the class the young people are in. You are so many in that class. How can you make sure you are the most deserving for the opportunity that will come your way? You will be prepared for any opportunity that comes your way. And I have come to realize that so many, for the opportunities out there are some skills that are very important. One of the things I've realized, and with so many employers and so many even entrepreneurs who are looking for people to partner with, people to work with, one of the most outstanding skill or trade everybody is looking for, whether you're going out there, you want to be in business or you want to, to be employed, one of the things that determines whether you will get that opportunity is having the right attitude. Having the right attitude is one of the most important things I've seen. If you don't have the right attitude, you don't stand a chance. If you don't have the right attitude, because the attitude determines all the other skills, your attitude to learn, your attitude, even as you go for that interview, what's your attitude? Because like you've seen, even as the young people are in university, some of them already have the wrong attitude. You're doing a course saying, I know there are no jobs, I'm just doing this for the sake of it. But when you have the right attitude, you're more prepared for the opportunity. Because when you have the wrong attitude, it doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter the skill you have. If your attitude is wrong about life, about opportunities, that means you don't stand a chance on whatever opportunity that could be there. So having the right attitude is one of the most important skill and trait you should cultivate. It takes time. That is why so many employers are not ready to work with a wrong attitude. So many say, I can train, skills I can train, but attitude, I can't deal with the wrong attitude. So that's one of my advice, that even as you go there, even as you hustle for the few opportunities that are there, one of the most important things we need is to have the right attitude, that yes, there is an opportunity for me. Yes, they may be slim, but there is one chance for me. Yes, there are few jobs out there, but I'll get a job. Once you have the right attitude, you're almost there. Because like I've said, even so many employers are ready to train you if you have the right attitude. If you have it can be done attitude, if you have that kind of attitude of, I can do this, there's a chance for me. And that's one of the most, even if I end this there, and you can just work on having the right attitude. That's what we call these talks, the champion mindset. Champion mindset is about an attitude. It's having the right attitude about life, about opportunities that are there, about the marketplace. Attitude is everything. Because when you have the wrong attitude, it will be like trying to play football with a ball that doesn't have pressure. It's not you're just trying to kick a ball that is not inflated. So the right attitude will help you overcome the impossibilities, will help you get opportunities even when the opportunities are very slim. That's why I thought I'd take time to talk about attitude, because I've tried to work with people with the wrong attitude, and it's almost impossible. Almost nobody can stand the wrong attitude. And when you have the right attitude, there will be an opportunity for you. After you have that, the other things we need to cultivate is communication skills, because you will work with teams. And one of the skill for future, regardless of what course you're doing, whether you're an engineer, you're a doctor, you're a filmmaker, what we train here, you're a photographer, all these things, you're an artist in many different areas, Communication is very important because you work with people, you work with teams. Being able to work with people, it's about communication and communicating the right way, both verbal and non-verbal communication, communication online. All this communication is very, very important. And that's one of the other skills that young people need to cultivate, even as you get those academic papers. Communication is one of the most important things. And the other thing is teamwork. We are in an era that you need to work with teams. And I mean, this has been there for generations, that if you're not able to work with other people, it's almost impossible for you to make it in the marketplace, regardless of your papers. If however bright you are, however high your IQ is, if you can't work with a team, then again, it's very difficult to work in isolation. It's very, very, very difficult to work in isolation. You need to work with a team. You need to work with people, to know how to work with people. And that can actually be joined with the communication, how to communicate to people, how to appreciate people, how to involve people in what you're doing, consult, and working with teams is very important. And working, in isolation is almost impossible. There are very few jobs you can work with isolation. So working with teams can help you get more opportunities, and also being a problem solver. Being able to identify problems and being able to solve problems is another skill that is very good and very important, and will help you in be ready for the marketplace, be employable, and also being able even to start an enterprise, solving problems. Our life is about solutions. It's about solving problems, because the people who earn the most are the people who are able to solve the most complex problems. So solving from the small problems to the big ones is very important, and even identifying, because even one of the things we were doing the other day is we were doing a course about the SIYB, the Start and Improve Your Business by ILO, is we were taught for you to start an enterprise, first is about identifying the problems that are around and coming up with solutions. You actually have a business, and you can start a business out of that. So being able to see problems and being able to have the mindset that I can solve, I can bring a solution to this, actually you're ready, and you create more opportunities for yourself. Many a times, if people are hiring, we hire people who can solve problems, because at times you hire people and you feel like you hired another problem. Nobody wants an extra baggage. Nobody wants somebody who comes into a company and you add into the problems that are there in the company. Every employer is looking for somebody who can solve a problem. And even if you want to be an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurship is about solving community problems, solving problems that are there, improving the way things are done. So problem solving, identifying and solving is one of the skills, is one of the things that can really help us to be ready for the market. That's a very important skill. And the other one is learning. We have to learn continuously. I like what Steve Jobs said, one of his speech. And he said one of his mantra was, stay hungry, stay foolish. That means you're always hungry for knowledge. You're always feeling foolish that you need to add more knowledge. And if such a bright man was always saying, I always stay hungry and stay foolish, how much more should we be? How much more should the people who are young people looking for opportunities be? We have to stay hungry. We have to stay foolish. Staying foolish doesn't mean staying stupid. It's always having that thing of, I want to learn more. I don't know much. I need to, what I know is not enough. You're hungry for knowledge, and that goes with also attitude. The attitude you have will help you keep learning from different people. Every person you meet can help us learn something new. Let's endeavor to learn something new every day. Learn things in different areas. Learn, all these, different skills. And being I'm an initiator. You know, having an initiative and mind of enterprise also helps you, because even all entrepreneurs will want to work with people who can take initiative, can have that mind of enterprise. That you see opportunities, you can initiate. You don't always wait to be told. People always want to learn with people who can initiate things, who can do things, and they're not just waiting to be given orders. The time is over for that industrial era. Is over where you go into a factory and you're just doing things, the same things every day. Right now we're in a place where you need to keep on developing and initiating new things, and this can be joined with being innovative and being creative, because we have to always think of a better way of doing things. Be creative, be innovative. Things cannot always be the way they are. Things can always be improved. The other day we saw Eliud Kipchoge trying to break barriers and just to communicate that message that we can always improve what has been done. We can even improve the records that we have broken. We can go further and make things better and break new records and keep new records and make history. So that mindset of innovation, being creative, is very, very important, and initiating and that mind of enterprise is very, very important. And then we're in the era of technology and new emerging trends. So with whatever you're learning, learn something extra. Always be ready to learn something extra. You know, if whether you're doing, you're a journalist. Now there are new ways of journalism. Now we have what they're calling mobile journalism. Now we have digital. We're in the digital era where they are digital. You can acquire more digital skills, new digital skills. Learn all these digital space, what's happening in the digital space. Learn something about what's happening with the artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and artificial, you know, all this new emerging technology. It's good to, as a young person, to learn a bit about, I'm not saying we be a jack of all trades, but it's good to learn a few more things that will spice up what you have. So that when you go for an interview, apart from being a producer, you know, let's say, for example, you're a TV producer, what else can you do? What else do you know what extra do you know that is even outside your field? So it's good to keep, you know, it's good to keep being updated on the technology that is happening. I know it's changing so fast, and anytime you are doing the SWOT analysis, technology comes up as one of the challenges that we have to keep dealing with. Even for us, being in media industry, being in training industry, we have always to think about all the emerging technology. We're using the camera we are using today. Tomorrow, in a few months, there is a new camera that has come up. We got our equipment like a few months ago, 6 months ago. But right now, we went to the shops and we are finding there's new equipment right now. And this is one of the challenges. You have to see how do you keep updating yourself on what's happening. The good thing we're in a global village right now, where when you go online, you can Google and see what's new, what's happening. It's good to keep being updated on what's happening. And the other skills is things to do with self-management, planning and organizing, and being able to plan and organize things. And I was just Googling and trying to see the different courses and lessons that are out there in the internet about, you know, how to get prepared. And I saw how one of the way even for young people to be prepared is one thing to volunteer, is to get mentorship. Because one of the things I've seen with young people today, at times we just want, I'm just looking for a job, you know, just looking for an opportunity. And you already have your demands. But it's also demanding. It demands something out of yourself. What are you doing with your free time? What have you been doing? Because every person who wants to engage you wants to see what have you done. So before you get that opportunity that can pay you, you have to look out for even opportunities to volunteer, because there's so many opportunities to volunteer. There are opportunities to look for mentorship and serve your mentor, and just be ready to offer yourself. Serve. The other time we were in the customer service week, last week, we were talking about serving. And as you are waiting for your opportunity, as you're waiting, do what waiters do, serve. Look for a place to serve. Look for a place to volunteer. Look for a place to offer yourself. Just be of service to the humanity and to the community. And as you serve and as you volunteer, you create opportunities for yourself. I give an example with myself. When I after I did my course and I was looking for a job and I got an internship, I reapplied for a job after the internship. I wasn't ready to just go out there and hustle. And I had decided, even if I don't get this opportunity, I'm going to continue volunteering. I'm going to continue serving and doing what I'm doing, because I knew an opportunity will find me in the job. I like a saying that in my vernacular that says that the goodies found a lady called Washo when he was in the farm working. When she was in the farm working, the opportunities found her there. They didn't find her at home. And the story goes like there was like a storm that happened, and they carried stuff from another place to this farm. But it says they found this lady in the farm working. It was during famine, and she was just there trying to see what can come out. But the storm carried stuff, and this stuff found her in the farm. So that means if she was not in the farm, she would not have collided with this opportunity. Like we always say, the saying goes that a breakthrough or success is when preparedness meets with the opportunity. So being prepared for these opportunities is very important. And being in the farm, being out there volunteering, doing something. I've met so many people who got opportunities because they were doing something, they were volunteering in something, they were doing something, they were serving someone, and they found an opportunity in that. So I'm telling the young people, let's be out there. Let's, what we call what we say in our Sheng, that tujitume. Let's send ourselves out there. Tujitume, there in the marketplace. Don't sit in the house, just watching TV, and you're saying there are no opportunities. Don't just be there sleeping, and you're saying there are no opportunities. The opportunities don't find you sleeping. The opportunities find you out there doing something, out there serving. You find opportunities. Because like we said, looking for opportunities is like looking for gold. I know we are not in the gold rush era, but that, if you're looking for gold, you can't be seated there. You keep digging, you keep looking, you keep searching, you keep working. So that's how, when you are to get a precious opportunity, there is what we call the dirty work to be done. You have to be there doing something. You have to get your hands dirty. Getting your hands dirty the right way. You have to put your hands to work. Do it. It may not look like something is forthcoming, but as you keep doing it, I always give this analogy of this guy who was given the work to push a rock up the hill. It was so heavy, he could hardly move an inch, but he kept doing it diligently. And when he went back to the master, and they asked the master, this thing is not moving. I've been pushing it for 1 year. It's not moving. The master told him, this was not to move a rock. It was to build you. Because the master told him, look at yourself. You have built muscles. You have grown strong. So some of these work and some of these work we are doing, as you wait for opportunity, you are building the muscle. So you have to build your muscle. You have to keep working. You have to keep working as you wait for these opportunities. And as you keep doing that, you find that the opportunity finds you ready. The opportunity finds you strong, because If the opportunity comes and you're not strong enough and you have not matured enough, that means you're not prepared for it. You'll not be able to utilize the opportunity. So, for the young people out there looking for opportunities, looking for jobs, even as we complain that these opportunities are either going to the older, because for me, the debate of older people being appointed for opportunities is neither here nor there. We have millions of unemployed young people. So giving one, that one appointment may not change the statistics much. We have to be prepared even to create opportunities for ourselves. We have the internet. We have all these. We have to move from complaining. And that's why I talked about the attitude we have to creating and thinking, how can I create an opportunity for myself? But until we do that, you can keep on complaining. And complaining may not help us or take us far. And I'm not saying, the government should not be put into task to see how they can help young people. But government is also looking for help. Actually, the government is also looking for help from young people. As we complain, let's also say, this is a solution I have. Every challenge, every problem we see is actually an opportunity. We should see it as an opportunity to create a venture, create a solution that can actually be helpful. Right now, we are talking about, the opportunities are not open, but that can be actually another opportunity to create a solution, creating apps that, that can help young people access these opportunities, creating new job ventures. So it's the challenge we have, the problems we have right now. Actually, you need to start seeing them as opportunities to create new ventures, not just to go out there looking for opportunities, but actually to go out there looking for problems we can solve, looking at these challenges and saying, I want to create a solution for this. And once you create a solution for a big problem, you are in business. You actually, your breakthrough is actually in that. So let's be prepared. Let's keep exchanging, and let's also keep engaging on this platform to just see, how do we help young people? How do we make the world a better place? It's a tough place. It's getting tougher. So we have to get tougher. We have to get more creative, more innovative, and we can't just sit there and live our life to chance or to fate. We have to keep getting prepared. One of our mentors told us that if we live our life to chance, we don't stand a chance. So let's not live our life to chance. Let's be prepared and look for all the skills we need to be prepared. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity that doesn't come than we get an opportunity that we are not prepared for. Let's always have a champion mindset.